If I said to you, Nikola Jokic is the best basketball player in the world, what would you say?
I'd say, duh.
Jokic, this dude is so good, man.
When he's not scoring, he's affecting the game. When you're defending him, you're worried about everything.
Because he was killing. I'm like, man, why is this dude killing, bro? Yeah. He's slow, fat, like.
You put a small guy on him, he punishes him.
Jokic. Turn, he's in on Paul George, put it up and in.
Somebody his size, he uses his smarts and wits.
Jokic has to put it up. Falling away, puts it up. Bang! Nikola Jokic!
I mean, he's doing just about everything out there. Out of nowhere, when you think it's a three ball. I'm like, oh my God. They get the arc and you're just like, come on. And he don't miss. I haven't seen him miss a shot against us like probably ever.
Back-to-back MVPs wasn't enough for most, but after winning a ring, the popular opinion has shifted. Nikola Jokic is undeniably the best player in the world. Jokic has started the 2023-24 season with per-game averages of 30 points, 8.4 assists, and a league-leading 13.9 rebounds. He's also leading the NBA in box plus minus at plus 14.3, and the Nuggets are off to a hot start, even with their star point guard Jamal Murray missing the last 4 games. Murray sustained an injury that has him out for the month of November. Since the start of his absence, Jokic's points have jumped to 34.5 points per game, and the Nuggets currently have the best record in the NBA at 9-2.
Reggie Jackson, Jokic has it, give it to Gordon, and he puts it away! Nikola Jokic and company figure out how to come away with the W.
Just before this season started, Nikola Jokic was voted the best player in the NBA in an ESPN poll given to a mix of scouts, coaches, and executives. In that poll, he took 13 of the 15 votes, the other 2 votes going to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Mind you, Jokic received 0 votes in that same poll in the previous 4 seasons, but finally, he's receiving some kind of recognition. And after these first few weeks of the NBA season, Jokic leads the MVP race as the favorite to win the award, Basketball Reference giving him a 76% chance to win his 3rd MVP. When discussing the NBA's top player, for the majority of the past 15 or so years, the conversation has been rather uneventful. LeBron James held the title of the best player for a decade or possibly more, similar to Michael Jordan's dominance in the 1990s. The league might have seen shifts and other players may have excelled, but there was no doubt about their preeminent status. Everyone else seemed to be competing for the 2nd spot. But in the absence of a prime Jordan or James, the NBA adopts a different kind of attitude, a what have you done for me lately mentality. For example, it really wasn't until Giannis won a championship that he was popularly referred to as the best in the league. Although he was already on his 2nd MVP and a DPOY, and when Steph Curry won the Finals MVP at the conclusion of the 22 playoffs, even Giannis called Curry the best. Following this logic, the current best player in the NBA is Nikola Jokic, as the reigning Finals MVP and boasting 2 regular season MVP awards. Jokic's claim as the NBA's premier offensive player is unprecedented, with unparalleled passing skills, especially for a big, and an impressive average of 30 points per game in last year's playoff run. In the past, when Jokic and the Nuggets lost in the playoffs, many pointed to Jokic's defensive shortcomings, but the 23 playoffs proved that his shortcomings weren't short enough. Jokic clearly emerged as the standout player, and the margin was significant. His excellence extended to the regular season, dominating from October through February, and while he remained at an elite level through March and April, the Nuggets had already secured the #1 seed in the West, and were careful with their superstar. In the 20 games Denver played in the 23 playoffs, they went 16-4. Jokic totaled 600 points, 269 rebounds, and 190 assists, leading all players in the playoffs in each of those 3 offensive categories. And he's the only player to ever do it. Not Will or MJ, who had 13 playoff runs each, not even in LeBron's 16 playoff performances. In that achievement, the Joker stands alone. Here's a list: Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Moses Malone, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Tim Duncan, LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Stephen Curry, and Nikola Jokic. In the history of NBA basketball, just 12 players have won 2 regular season MVPs and at least 1 finals MVP. Nikola Jokic is the latest name to join that illustrious list, and he did so with one of the greatest individual postseason performances in league history. And while Embiid had a historic last season, Jokic's per-game averages of 24.5 points, 11.8 rebounds, 9.8 assists, and a career-high 63.2% shooting, coupled with the 1 seed in the West, was certainly deserving of his 3rd MVP trophy. Not to mention that during the finals, Jokic recorded averages of 30 points, 13.5 rebounds, and 9.5 assists, essentially carrying Denver on his shoulders and then clinching the finals MVP title. With the Joker off to another hot start, the question arises, what if he wins another MVP? What if the Nuggets win another finals? How does that affect Jokic's legacy? Nikola Jokic's achievements are already unbelievably impressive, and the Nuggets look like they're here to stay. Do you think Jokic will win the MVP this year? Can the Nuggets go back-to-back? Let us know in the comments, and please subscribe. Thanks for watching Basketball Pantheon.